stories of two men, their dream of running a successful food truck business, and life. We invite you along to join Josh and Skippy on this journey. This is Monday Morning Food Truck.
Good morning, Skippy.
Morning, Joshua.
How are we today?
Rise and shine, mother cluckers. Yep. I've been to the dump. I've been to the landfill. I've been to storage. And I've been home. Productive morning.
A productive morning. That's good getting that much done.
It is. Absolutely. Can't wait. It's just really good. I love that. I love being able to get stuff done. I need to do more of that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Cool.
In our opening, I really want to know what they're saying. It sounds like lean back, but I hear.
I'll see if I can get the lyrics for you. So you can do that at karaoke.
I absolutely would just tear it up at karaoke.
Oops. Let me do.
Did you get any trouble this week?
Hold on. Sorry.
Oh, TikTok not working?
Oh, shit. I didn't even start that. Hold on.
Oh,
thanks for reminding me.
Oh, boy.
Well, I had to restart it because I left it open from yesterday. And it didn't like that very much. So hold on. Please stand by. TikTok land. Get into trouble? I got into zero trouble. We had a phenomenal week. Thank you very much.
I know. I mean, I posted this morning that you're just beating the brakes off last year's sales totals.
Yeah, not bad.
And I turned chicken shit into chicken salad.
Okay.
Here's today's valuable life lesson. For anybody that would like to use it, I get 2% of your sales. Tuffy Stone, I'll call him a world famous barbecue guy, once said on a episode of Barbecue Pitmasters that it's all about how you handle catastrophe. If you go into this business, it can be tough. It can be it can also be very, very rewarding, but go in with a mindset of make the best out of the worst situation you can. Just whatever bad can go wrong, figure out how to turn it around and make the best of it. Which will lead me into my week. So I'll just talk.
Okay.
As you're setting all that stuff up.
Yep. We're getting there.
Because our tens and tens of YouTube listeners want to talk to us.
I am also panic shopping. So
panic shopping.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, I want to be ahead of the game for the next catastrophe.
Oh, I was able to find paper towels yesterday.
I don't know why you wouldn't be able to.
Well, because the ports were shut down for like 3 hours.
And
they're good now. So everybody thought they were going to be panic buying.
There was on U.S. made products.
Yeah, well, people don't know what U.S. made products are.
They really think we're importing paper towel and toilet paper?
Listen, I don't know. Okay.
People are
don't
idiots. No, as far as
I heard, hold on. I heard somebody say yesterday at the grocery store, they're like, all this panic buying, like, I don't ever use brown eggs. I'm like, isn't an egg an egg? Like, I'm sorry.
No, an egg is not an egg. No, there's a difference.
Between brown eggs and white eggs?
Yes, 100%. Yep. Just like duck eggs taste different than chicken eggs.
That I can understand. It's a different animal. You don't have brown chicken laying brown eggs. Do you? Actually, I don't know. Do you have brown cows making chocolate milk?
Yes, that's where it comes from.
Anyway, so my week, as I was going through, busy, slow, and the same day. So we had, let me pull up my wonderful calendar here because.
Oh my God.
Oh boy, what happened now?
$373 for 8 bottles of sauce.
8 bottles?
Mhm.
Oh, you must be buying retail.
I'm not going to use something else.
No, I know, but just half gallons aren't going to work?
They cost more. I wonder if it'd be about the same. Yeah,
Well, $32 a gallon.
But you have to buy more.
Correct. All right, so let's get back. Before I go into that,
let me fiddle with my stuff, and you just go about what you're doing.
All right, whatever. So we're gonna talk about weeks. Before we just get off track, because we're both squirrels. I had my last. We'll just start with my knee. I had last PT. I'm a straight A student. Definitely getting a lot more flexibility back into it, a lot more mobility. Still tight, still it doesn't hurt like on a daily basis. It just hurts if it's used a lot. Saturday when we had 2 caterings, there was a lot of stairs involved. That wasn't happy feelings. Wednesday we had a normal roadside day, really slow, $600. I was actually happy to be done with that day. Friday and Saturday we had 5 events in 2 days. What I mean by events is we had 4 caterings and 1 regular event. Friday we catered through the truck at an ORV park through a powertrain company called Magnum Powertrain. Sometimes you throw out stupid money, and stupid money says yes. So that's why we drove an hour and a half to Holly. And then we raced back to go to Hillsdale College to cater the class of 2024. They tipped really well. They wanted tacos for some reason. And I saw a lot of, we'll say, white Carltons in the crowd. Carlton from Fresh Prince. Just think how he dresses and picture a bunch of white guys dressing the same way. Saturday was chicken shit into chicken salad. So we had a food truck event.
I wouldn't recommend making chicken salad with chicken shit.
Well, like I said, it's all about how you handle catastrophe and it's handling, making the best out of a bad situation. So here's the bad situation. We were scheduled 5 months ago. We scheduled this date at a cider mill in Dexter, which is about 45 minutes from my house. Right off the highway. Not a bad drive, except I missed the first exit. I had to take the back way in. Anyway, We told them that we needed about 40 feet between truck and trailer.
Okay.
We get there, and it is packed. Like, absolutely. We got there we're supposed to start serving at 11. We got there at 9:45. It was packed. So I walked in. I had to park on the street, put 4-ways on. Plenty of room for people to go around me and still not impede traffic. First thing I noticed, bees. A lot of them.
Like bitches or like the little flying animals?
The little flying stingy thingies.
Okay.
A lot of bees. Like my daughter was in the truck on the street, which was probably 50 feet away from their building, and bees were flying around the truck. So I went in, talked to the owner. She's like, "Oh yeah, we got this place marked over for you, so we should be able to. We'll direct traffic for you, no problem." I said, "Okay, let's go look."
Hi Dan. By the way,
hey Dan,
and Steve and Fran on the YouTubes.
Oh hey Steve and Fran on the YouTubes.
Mm-hmm.
They had two.
Number bees?
2. No, 2 parking spots reserved for us.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, and they had they had a little grassy area too.
Like normal 9-foot wide parking spots?
No, these could barely fit a subcompact car, I think.
Parking garage parking spots. Awesome.
Yeah. But they had a grassy area, and I'm like, all right, well, let's see if I can maneuver. So as I'm maneuvering, like, I realize that people want to come in, get their cider, and go home. Like, I get it. But why do you have to be such an a-hole? Like, I'm pulling in with a truck and a big ass freaking trailer, and people are swerving around me just to get to another spot. They had to put apple bushel baskets, whatever, they're big crates, apple crates, in the way so nobody would move. And people were honking. It just wasn't fun. So here I go. I get backed into the spot, and I go to look at it, and I'm like, well, that's not going to be good. I would have had to put my tongue jack all the way down, and I still wouldn't have been level.
Yeah, I've been in those spots.
Well, I had to disconnect my truck. And to be frank with you, I did not feel comfortable, no matter if I had shocks or not. The generator is on the tongue. I don't need extra vibration. So I decided to pull out. And I let her know. I said, I know next time if we do this, then I need to be here either at like 6 a.m. or somehow drop the trailer the night before and just bring food with me. She's like, well, I'm so sorry. I'm like, well, I didn't want to say, we told you we needed 40 feet and you gave me 4 feet. But I just said, we'll figure it out. She's like, okay. So we pulled out, and my helper was on the way. And of course she was about ready to get off the exit. And I said, hey, we can't park here. There's no room. You're off today. And she's like, son of a bitch, I wanted to work. So we pull down to the center of Dexter, and they're actually having a festival called Apple Days. So I look it up I pulled over the side of the road. A lot of four-way action this weekend. Four-way lights. Sorry, lights. Yeah. And I'm trying to look it up. And of course it's by the Dexter Lions Club, and there's no contact number for this. So I'm like, all right, well, I don't think I can get in here. Can't park on the street and sell food. So our local cider thing, Meckley's, which I've attended the last 2 Sundays in a row, has food trucks every weekend. And I was told that people are backing out just left and right for whatever reason. They just, they're not making the money they want to be able to either do the drive, or they don't really realize how far the drive is, whatever. So I'm like, all right, well, let's call the guy who books it. So I called him and I said, hey, did anybody back out today? They're like, yeah, actually somebody did. I'm like, can I come? I got a trailer full of food. I need to sell it. They're like, well, call the owner. So I called her, and I'm surprised she answered, because when I got there, she said, I said, we were supposed to be at this cider mill. It didn't work out with parking. I've got a truck full of food. Can I come? Like, would you allow me to come sell? She's like, absolutely. I said, okay. Now keep in mind the fee's 10%. So I know going in that I owe somebody 10%. Where I was going to park was free. So we get there. They start at 11. We get there at about 11:30. We open the door at 11:35, and we have a line 30 deep. By the time we open the door, I'm there cutting. Nice. I'm cutting brisket as she's grabbing brisket, and I still have to go because I have. We'll get to that in a second. So when I left to go to Dexter, I had put 2 cases of chicken quarters on the smoker, on the rotisserie, and wings, and a bag of wings. Only thinking I was going to be gone for 2 hours. Well, now it's 4 hours. That chicken's still on the smoker. And when I finally, it was done. But please hold. We're getting there. So, of course, I'm checking sales, and our line 30 deep must have been gone because, within the hour it took me to cut brisket, get everything done, and get home, we had like $300 in sales. So I'm like, well, hopefully they can do it. Anyway, so I checked the smoker as soon as I jumped out of my truck. The chicken quarters were definitely done. I was able to pick them up without them breaking, so that's good. That's very good. The wings, on the other hand, They were done. They were definitely done. Some were over. Some were over. So 2 different caterings. Dropped everything off. One of them was downstairs at a church. And I hate when they ordered X amount of food and I get there to help set up the chafing dishes and stuff.
Mhm.
And they give me like a 6-foot table and expect like 8 pans to fit on it. I'm like, do you have more tables? Please. And then I find out they have Olive Garden coming too to cater because they want salad. Like, I could have done a salad. Probably cheaper than what Olive Garden could have done a salad, and give you Olive Garden dressing. But anyway, I left my hot box there. Had to go pick up the trailer. I looked at sales I looked at my text messages, and they sold out at like 3:20. I'm like, whew. So I look at sales, and I'm like, I only cut up probably a 13-pound brisket after it was cooked.
Mm-hmm.
So I had 13 pounds of brisket, and I had 5 pork butts, 4 full pans of mac and cheese, 2 full pans of cheesy potatoes, and 6 racks of ribs. And she's like, I saw the text.
1,800.
24. I was very excited about that because
Nice.
keep in mind, I have been there. This is now 3 weeks in a row. So I'm always worried about like wearing out my welcome kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm talking to my girls. I had my daughter working and then my A-team Amber. I talked to them and they're like, because where I set up, I literally just pulled into the driveway, dropped the trailer, and like we were kind of in the back area. So one of the other food trucks was there with us 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. And I did like 2,100 and he did like 500. And he blamed it on the fact that he was where I was parking yesterday or on Saturday. Like I wasn't up front, let's put it that way.
Okay.
So I didn't tell him how much we did because he said, my girl said, as soon as we announced that we sold out everything, they started having a line. But this cider place, I'm telling you, there was a line 30 deep just to get into the building to get donuts. And I've been there for 3 years and I've never seen that line that long. But the girls did good. They had great tips. I wasn't too worried. Monetary. And my daughter made more on Saturday than she made in like her paycheck at the pizza joint she works at.
I just got yelled at.
By who?
Mark.
Why? Because you ordered 800 bottles of sauce?
I don't know. It was only 3 cases of half gallons.
What did he yell at you for?
Clearing them out.
Fuck!
Right after I asked. No, they still have some, but it was right after I asked him for an update.
Well, no update.
He said they were stuck because of the port strike.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure. So we ended up having what I would consider is a pretty good day, pretty good week, or ended up being a good week. We did not do a lot in cash, I can tell you that. Last week.
Excuse me.
Well, why are you doing this to me? Oh,
I can't tell you.
Yeah, so we ended up having a $10,000 week.
Yeah.
Working basically 3 days.
Nice work.
Yeah, because this cafe is going to kill me.
It is?
It's just the owner is he also runs a coffee trailer, and of course it's getting colder out, and people want coffee, and he's doing the floor himself, and it's just not getting done. So we did good. We did good.
Well, good. I'm glad that you. Isn't that pretty much your target? I mean, per week.
Yeah, I mean, to get to where I want to for the year, I'm still down. I mean, we'll talk about it in a minute, but
That is cold coffee. That's the wrong cup.
oh, I don't drink coffee. Stunt your growth. I have
passed that stage.
I know I have exceeded first year sales, so that's good. But I still have.
You said first year or last year?
First year.
Well, I would hope so, Skippy. We don't look back at first year.
No, I kind of have to. I took 4 weeks off.
No,
So I still have to, because God forbid my 4 weeks I didn't hit first year sales, and I'd be upset.
But you are.
I did. I hit first. I need about 30,000 in the next 3 weeks to hit last year's sales.
You only have roadside for 3 more weeks?
Yeah, basically. We have a lot going on in the beginning of November. That's not roadside. Or not catering either. Basically, we have competitions and stuff.
Okay.
So,
yeah. All right.
get to the chopper.
What? McConaughey wasn't in that.
No, he was not.
Or was he? Maybe he was the Predator.
I don't think so. I mean, it could have been.
He would have been really young.
It'll be interesting to see if he takes over the Yellowstone spot. But anyway,
I think he's happy doing commercials.
I think he's happy just being Matthew McConaughey.
What was the last commercial I saw him in? God, it was awesome. I gotta go look now. Sorry. Hey. Commercials. Oh, it was the AI stuff. Let me see if this is the right one. Probably not. Hold on. I got it.
What?
No, that is not it. Oh, I don't know. Anyways, one of his newer commercials is really, really good. Oh, it was Uber Eats? I think it was Uber Eats.
I don't know.
It was Uber Eats in connection with the NFL.
Oh.
All right, hold on. I'm going to share. I'm sharing.
Oh, boy.
Share. And screen. And not that one. Why can't I just see that fucking thing? Window. Let's do that. Oh, that's not right. Why is that showing there?
I don't know.
All right. Let's see if this will work. I wonder if it's not going to let me.
I don't know.
Oh.
What are you doing?
I don't know.
Okay, let's get to talking here.
I am talking. Well, not really. I'm not doing anything.
You're trying to figure out Yeah, I don't know if you had the bandwidth for this. We can't hear anything.
Oh, it's not coming through the audio?
No.
All right. Anyways, it's basically how the NFL is set up to sell more food. It's an Uber Eats.
Oh.
You got turnovers, you got pancake blocks. So Christian McCaffrey's there eating French fries, and then he turns to the other side. He says, "Jerry, what are you eating?" He's eating rice. He's like, "Rice." See, Jerry Rice.
Okay, fair enough. So that's good.
Probably better if you see it versus me trying to explain the stupid commercial, but my simple mind really enjoyed the commercial. Anyways, sorry about everybody.
You had to be there.
I guess. I mean, you wouldn't want to be, but you had to be. We had a good week. Jesus Christ.
Darren McCarty says,
They lost their opener.
oh, they did. I know. It's horrible.
Yeah. It was not a great sports weekend for me and my teams. So
I know Tigers lost too.
It was yeah. Not pretty. Hopefully they turn around today.
If it's a Cinderella story and they got to the playoffs, like they were out of it and then they lose in the second round, technically.
We want more.
Yeah.
They're pretty evenly matched over the season with the Guardians. So
correct.
I'm hoping for a little bit more magic. I mean, at least make it a series.
Can we just spend $300 billion and get Shohei Ohtani?
No.
But God, that guy's just fucking amazing. I'm sorry. He's such a skinny little fucker, but he's just a hell of a hitter. So,
I think if they get swept, it'll be a pretty big disappointing end. You know, at least make it a series. So I would like to see it at least go 6 games. If the Tigers don't end it in 5, but anyhow. All right. Yeah, we had a pretty good week. Excuse me. I started off the week with a little sciatica, apparently.
Oh, that hurts.
It's still going on. I have not been able to get past pain. Sitting down is the best thing for it, clearly. So, yeah, I'll have a hard time standing back up after this podcast is over.
Just stretch it out.
Yeah.
Just stretch.
Laying down is the best thing for me. As flat as possible.
Mm-hmm.
But I took lots of drugs over the week. Spent some time on the couch for a few days, but still we can't really have sick days. So there is no sick time. Someone's got to get up in the morning, and that person is me. So rested as much as I could this week. Limited time on the truck and service wise, at least through Friday. I don't even remember what we did this week. So we also hit up right about 10,000. No major catering this week. It was a pretty normal week for us. Oh my God, locations. I lost my calendar. There we are. Let's see here. What's today? October. Oh, first week October. Insurance place was good on Tuesday. We did have some drama after I left here. We talked about it a little bit. I think I got a text from my wife. Did we talk about that on the air?
I don't.
My wife's car blowing up on her way to work.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was Monday. You were on your way after podcast on Monday to go pick up car.
Yeah. So there was zero oil in it, not a drop of oil in it. More so when I walked out to my garage, there was a lake of oil.
That's what you had said. Yeah.
Yeah.
So did you look at it to see if they installed the plug?
Yeah. That was because otherwise it would have leaked long before Monday.
Oh, so we have a big problem.
We got it back Thursday. So
what was the problem?
So there's a plastic gasket where the oil filter goes into, and either they over tightened it or it just failed and cracked. So it would hold oil for a while. So I show up with my 15 quarts of oil, put oil in it, made it halfway back, had to stop again, put more oil in it. And every time you slow down or stop, there's just smoke billowing out from underneath the car because all the oil hitting the exhaust in the hot underbody of the car. Yeah. Angie followed me back. The whole windshield of my pickup truck had a nice oily film on it from it spraying back. But we got it there. We got it dropped off. They took care of everything. There wasn't even a hint of mention of us paying for anything. They even cleaned the entire car on the outside. Make sure to get it. So there might still be a small odor just from all the degreaser, but yeah, they had it for a day cleaning it. So took them about 15 minutes to replace the piece that was cracked. And then they spent the rest of the time cleaning it. So yeah, they did a good job. They took care of everything as they should have. Luckily, Angie obeyed the warnings and didn't try to drive it home. Because otherwise, maybe we would have gotten a new car out of the deal. But yeah, yep. So that was my Monday. That's how we started off the week. So got 0 done on Monday, which is usually my shopping day and everything. So I had to try to push that to Tuesday when my sciatica flared up. Yeah, it was a hectic beginning of the week trying to get caught up from the weekend. But yeah, our Grand Castle apartments that we go to, I think they just oversaturated themselves this year with trucks. They had a lot of weeks where they had a truck there every night. A lot of people have noticed that it's been slowing down there. It's been okay for us still. It's not. We're not losing money going there. So for us, it's fine. As long as we're not losing money, we're doing okay. Wednesday, more frustration at Corewell Health on that big building. It was pretty slow. That one is super frustrating because of the 100+ construction staff that are there putting a huge addition onto that building. And we don't get any of them. Every time they say, "Oh, we wish we would have known you would have been here." Everybody brought their lunches already and blah, blah, blah. So I even made sure to contact our contact there and say, "Hey, can you make sure all the construction foremen know that we're gonna be there?" She's like, "Yep, I do every time." It's okay. Apparently the message just isn't getting through. So yeah, Wednesday was it was okay. It was nothing to write home about. I'd say a pretty average roadside day for October for us. However, we are not experiencing average weather. So we were kind of hoping that things would have been a little bit busier this week. We were mid 70s all week and really not a chance of rain outside of some scattered sprinkles here and there. So Thursday we were down at Midwest in Cassopolis. Our first time there since my dad's official retirement. So it was kind of interesting to see how this is going to shake out. Were people coming because they liked us or because they felt obligated because my dad was the CEO? Hey, there was that concern. And there was
I'm not gonna lie, I thought the same thing, but
and there was concern on both sides. We got asked all the time this year, "Are you guys still coming after your dad retires?" I was like, "You guys keep showing up. We'll keep coming."
Did they show up?
About a week ago, we got contacted about also providing lunch for 50 linemen outside staff for some training that day. So we had that going in. But yeah, we had a pretty good day. It sounds like there was a pretty good number of people not in the office. They were off at conferences and stuff this week. So not as busy as we probably would have normally seen. Thank God we had the lunch for 50. Made it a really good day. We were just under 2 for the day and just did that. So, I mean, yeah, it's a worthwhile trip. I did not go mostly because my back was so jacked and sitting in a car for 3 hours didn't seem like the best thing in the world to do for it.
Yeah.
So I didn't go. Chris said, "Funny thing though, saw your dad there." I said, "Like a cardboard cutout of my dad?" Because I know there's still a bunch of those floating around. He's like, "No, your dad." I said, "Well, that's bizarre."
Oh boy.
He's like, "Yeah, we've seen him more since he's been retired at the office than the whole rest of the year." Apparently, so he was trying to keep his cell phone number that he's had for the last 20 years there. So they were having some issues transferring it, so he had to go in and get it taken care of. But yeah, You just can't stay away.
You do something for so long.
Yeah. So that was good. We had the Granville Fall Festival on Friday. It's a 2-day festival. We same people that do our Vintage Fest early in the year. We decided to do just Fridays on both those days because Saturday there's a pretty solid drop off. Friday's a better day, and she allowed us to do that, which is awesome. Yeah, we had a good night. 27, I think, is what we did. 26, something like that. Kind of projected food for 3,000. So yeah, I think we had a half pan of everything left, or a half of a half pan left.
Not bad.
So yeah, we were down to just a couple pounds of everything, which I will take every time.
Absolutely.
So yeah, that was a good night. And then turn around. So I think I got home just before 10 o'clock on Friday night. And then Saturday, Friday night, decorated the house for Oscar's 8th birthday. Had to run to Meyer and get some stuff for decorating and finish wrapping presents and stuff. Turn around Saturday, his birthday. So I was not going to Newaygo. This is the first time I've not been to Newaygo, I don't think. Or at least I've dropped the trailer off. So Caleb came to the house, drove the trailer for the first time on his own. He's made a couple trips back with Chris and with me or Chris. So he took the trailer up to Newaygo, set up with Chris and everything, drove it back, put meat on, got everything situated. Everything was perfect. Other than he had to pull into the driveway front ways instead of backing in, because they were putting in the final coat on our road for asphalt. And he said he still got yelled at 3 times. I gave the guys a heads up. I said, in about a half hour, my guy's coming back with a trailer. Just an FYI. I'm telling him to pull in front ways instead of trying to back in because it was down to 1 lane. He said he still got yelled at because you have to turn so sharp because I have drainage on both sides of my driveway. Yeah. There's not an easy way. You can't ease in because the asphalt was still so hot that you can see the roughness from the tires when he pulled in. So hopefully they come and fix that because I don't want to have to deal with that. I don't want to have to call that county and complain. But
complain that you did something.
Hey, we gotta still be able to live and work and do the things we need to do.
True that.
If they come back on a Monday, the trailer doesn't move. We also had catering on Saturday, smallish catering, 100 people, pork and 2 sides for Ferris University. They had a frat alumni party. It was also Ferris's homecoming. So Chris ran that up there after we got done with service in Newaygo. Newaygo. Newaygo's gonna be pissed at us next year when we're only there once every 6 weeks because I'm done. So we did the hour and 15-minute sellout last time we were there. 2 weeks ago, I think. That sounds right.
Sounds right.
Brought up 1 more pork butt and same amount of briskets, but they were bigger briskets. They were big briskets and more ribs, which were all gone in 15 minutes last time we were there. We sold 1 rack of ribs the whole time and didn't sell out of anything in 3 hours. So apparently all I have to do to get business up there is to call out the entire city before we go about how crappy they are for not coming to our truck.
Right.
And I'm not going to do that every week. I'm not begging for you guys to come. You come if you want.
Yeah.
But don't be surprised when we're not coming every week anymore. So we were actually supposed to be there in another 2 weeks. We have canceled that. And we won't be there again until November 2nd. And that'll be our last time. So
gotta do what you gotta do.
In the 1 and 2 weeks we have Tanglewood Winery in the evening. We have a catering for a class reunion. And found out via Facebook in an event that we were tagged in that Tanglewood is having their annual Fall Fest on that day.
Ooh.
We had no idea. So I got to find out how busy they are that day, typically.
Probably should cook a little extra.
Yeah, but dropping out of Newaygo is not going to hurt us, I don't think so. We had a big enough task to handle with the 2. So, All in all, it was a good week. We were at Deep Roots yesterday. Sold out there about an hour and a half before we were supposed to close. But nice solid day there. It was freaking gorgeous out. It was perfect weather for that kind of stuff.
This whole week was fantastic.
Outside of, it was super windy early in the morning, and then we had this nice lull, and then about noon, it freaking picked up again, and it was just a haze of dust in the air from the farm, and it was pretty awful. Driving the trailer back, so I had to drive straight west, and the wind was coming straight out of the west, and it felt like I was pulling 4 trailers with flat tires. Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. But a good week. We did 9,900 for the week. So good. We're hitting right where we want to be to make money. I mean, we're making money. So we'd love to do 12 to 15 a week, but this time of year doing 10 is pretty solid. So yeah, we're already almost, I think we're halfway to what we did last year in October. 7 days in. So
it's awesome.
Looking like another good month.
We speaking of, you said big briskets. I found the unicorn of brisket cases. This case weighed 92 pounds.
I've had a whole bunch of those in the last week or two.
I just stopped at Restaurant Depot to get it, but
the Costco's had a whole bunch. Like I've had an average. I don't think I have one smaller than 80 in the last 2 weeks. Yeah, and they're not. It's not like there's 10 briskets in there. No, there's 5.
There's 5. There's 5, and I mean at 91 pounds. Yeah, they were all
16, 17 pound average on a case of briskets.
I'll take that all day long.
Yep.
And they were $4 a pound. So
that's what currently on my Costco. That's our case price is $3.99. So not awesome, but better than the $4.50.
Yeah, if I go to Sam's, it's $4.34 for Prime.
Yeah.
I still like cooking Prime over Choice, but sometimes you just got to take the biggest ones.
Yeah,
and treat Choice a little bit better. Other than that,
a Choice brisket can be as good as a Prime brisket.
Absolutely,
it can be as good as a Wagyu brisket. It's all about how you cook it.
We'll agree to disagree on the last one.
Well, let's take it from a competition standpoint. Choices beat Wagyus every week.
Oh boy, it's because those judges are horrible.
I've beaten a Wagyu with a Choice brisket.
Well, I've beaten Wagyu with Prime. I don't think I've cooked a Choice. Well, I used to long ass time ago.
Yeah,
way back in the day before Wagyu was even a thing.
I was getting all my meat from Gordon's pretty much. Gordon's or Meyer, so I would never cook Primes on a rare occasion because I didn't have a Costco membership or anything.
Yeah.
So I think we took third down in Florida with a Choice brisket.
No, you had to cook a expensive one. No, well, maybe they don't.
We went down for fun. Our goal was not last, try not to embarrass ourselves. Middle of the pack would be perfect.
Yeah.
And we fucking won the thing. Yeah, I bought meat down there.
True.
I didn't even take anything with me. So.
Speaking of competitions.
Okay.
So, what was that?
Dog.
I'm sure it was. Jeez, oh Pete's. Making flatulent sounds on the airwaves.
It says creaky floor. His house is old.
Why do you lie? Like, why just own it? Just
it's more fun to lie. It's more fun to lie. Look at all these laughs you're getting.
There is a competition at the end of October, KCBS, in my home state of Massachusetts. So my side of the family has never seen me compete, cook, whatever.
You are not doing what I think you're going to do.
I think we're going to drive out there and do it.
Jesus Christ.
It's a good way to see the family because I haven't seen them in a long time.
No, a good way to see the family is to hop on a plane, go out there for a couple of days, and come back home.
Well, if I can find, I'll hop on a plane.
If I can find a way to go there and avoid them and still make it look like I'm visiting, that's what I prefer.
It is absolutely, it's absolutely to see, but they want to experience what I do in competition. So I think it'll be fun.
No,
It's only 13 hours.
Yeah. I mean, I've driven further, so
I don't like flying. That's the thing. I think it's 10 to, or it was 13 to the Royal. So
yeah, that was a long drive.
that was a really long drive.
I prefer the drive to Florida over the Royal.
Well, considering I did the Jack the week before, that was when the Jack and the Royal were back to back. Excuse me, that sucked horribly. So anyway, it's in Rentham, Massachusetts. I think I'm going to go out there, and I asked Jay if I could borrow a trailer pit, but he doesn't have any that he loans out anymore. Because I just tent it, and I definitely don't want to pull the trailer out there because I'm going to be like $1,000 in fuel because I get like 6 miles to the gallon.
Yeah,
but I think I definitely want to do it. It'll be fun.
I bet you if you put something out there on one of the Facebook pages, somebody would have a pit for you.
Oh, probably. Yeah, probably. I could be like all the people that are doing Team of the Year and
they're just flying around.
They're just flying around the country.
People going to all these states that only have one competition, so they can get an automatic for the Jack.
We met a guy. His team name is Papa Pig, and he's from Arkansas, but he came up here to Michigan when the association did the spring fling and had 60-something teams. Came in, rocked a 707 and left. Had cooked on 2 drums, really like a 8x8 tent, and got his meat shipped in and just brought his knives and spices with him. Like shit.
The mark of a true pitmaster is it doesn't matter. It's the cook, not the cooker. So, Fran says that Rentham is her hometown. What a coincidence. I had no idea we had listeners that shared hometowns with any of our hosts. So
that's my
crazy. I know.
Oh, okay.
Jesus Christ, Skippy.
Sorry, I missed the thing. Yeah.
Steve wants to know if you're driving a diesel. Yes, he is, but it's a Ford, so it doesn't really count.
Whatever. You want to hook up bumper to bumper any day? I got you.
Okay, I'm still getting double digits to get to the gallon.
You don't have DEF.
Yes, I do.
Oh, did you ever do that fake deletion kit?
I have not because I'm terrified of breaking something. I have it
because it took this long to make it work without having any problems.
We still go into low power mode, but I am almost 100% positive that is a fuel pump. That the fuel pump's failing, based on my googling of.
What would that have to do with DEF?
Nothing.
But you go into low power mode because of DEF, don't you?
No.
Oh,
no.
It's not because of DEF.
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's 2 different. So you can go into speed reduced to 55 mode.
Yeah, that's
which is not reduced power mode.
Oh, okay. I thought that's what you were going into.
So trucks nowadays will go into reduced power mode anytime they see trouble, internally, just to keep you from doing more damage. And everything, and it only happens when we're pulling the trailer. So everything that I've done Googling said scenario, it's the fuel pump is not putting out enough fuel. So the system thinks it's not able to do it. So it kicks into low power mode. And all we do is just throw the truck into neutral while we're driving down the highway and turn it off, turn it back on, and we're good to go.
Oh,
so
that's probably great for the transmission.
Well, everything's fucking digital anyways.
No, so I think we might just do that. Just a fun way to end the year. The cafe is just going swimmingly.
Care to expand on that? That's the word I was going to go for, but I don't think it's the right word. Expound?
Expound. There you go.
Yeah.
Expound on that. Yes. So the owner, it's obviously a coffee shop. The owner also runs a coffee trailer, and it's getting colder out. And so he's being booked, and he runs the trailer with somebody else. And since he's doing everything himself, and could I hire somebody to do it? Absolutely. But it's just a cost that I don't want to incur. Because I already have to incur money getting all the equipment in there and stuff like that. I don't feel it's right for me. Now, if I want to do it, then obviously, yes, I should. But it's just the floor. The floor is all we need to do.
Yeah.
And honestly, frankly, it might not open until next year because I've already committed to the World Food Championships, going to Florida with you, and that's all in the beginning of November. So it's like I'm going to be gone anyway. So why open it if I'm just going to be gone?
Mm-hmm.
So I can start like we did last year and just once the floor gets done, gives him time to get the floor done when he's not running his trailer. And since he doesn't have heat in there, he might be done by November. But anyway, we do have a big event this weekend. Our local brewery is having a 3-year anniversary event where they have they're big fans of hard rock and metal, so they're having big concert from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. And they're actually shutting down the road just for us. We're the only food truck there. They have food too, but they're running a limited menu just to try to keep up the demand of alcohol. So we're going to take some of their beer and maybe do a collab on a sauce.
Cool.
I'm going to work on that this week.
Nice, buddy.
That's going to be fun.
What else you got? You got a full week this week?
Yeah, I've got a catering Friday. Catering is just fucking awesome. Everybody loves us. We got a subdivision tomorrow night that we normally do pretty decent at. Roadside on Wednesday. Still trying to find something for Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was obviously expecting something to be done and I can go in there and start, slinging meat out of there, and that's not happening.
All right. Well, good. I'm glad that you have a good thing. All right. So, do you still have a bunch of stuff open for the rest of the month? I know you're talking about it was kind of light.
No, we do. We have a ton. I mean,
are you actively searching?
Somewhat
to try to hit your target still.
I don't think I'll hit my target or my last year's sales. I think we only did, I think 18 last October. So if I get, I'm going to push catering, see if I could do some drop offs or anything like that during the weeks. My weekends are still pretty booked. This weekend's booked. Next weekend's booked. So it's like hard to find events or something like that are going on during the week.
Yeah,
but we'll figure it out. We'll do some fun stuff. I got my roadside to keep that active. The weather's supposed to hold out for a little while. My rec tech on my trailer took a shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Well, I don't know how to fix it either. I mean, I do know how to fix it, but it won't cost me anything to fix it other than just time. But I think the igniter rod went out because it's tripping my GFI on the trailer.
Oh.
And since I permanently mounted it on a frame, I don't know if I have the ability to get to where it needs to go. So, yeah.
Steve says 3 more weeks, Skippy.
Absolutely.
Pedal to the metal. Get every drop out you can.
No, I think he's saying it from...
Nope.
It's Darren's podcast thing. 3 more weeks. 3 more weeks.
I'm saying you have 3 more weeks left. Pedal to the metal bed.
Oh, yeah. We'll
squeeze every drop out of
it. Next Monday is Columbus Day and also Indigenous Peoples Day.
Yes.
Correct. You should run a special.
We're not open.
I know. We're close to observe that holiday.
Yeah, for us, we're kind of in the opposite of pedal to the metal. Like we had stuff open, some evenings and stuff open on our calendar, and I'm not even looking for things. It's like we've had such a good year, and it's been such a busy lead up to October. Like we've been going so hard.
Move your mic close to you. There you go.
Is that better?
Yes.
So it's been so busy, and it's been hard.
I didn't say to molest the mic. Jeez.
Well, I can't help it. You put something that close to my face, and it's just like,
Wow. Oh boy.
hold on, I got a message coming through.
You're trying to multitask.
Yep.
Oh.
Matt was letting me know he's running a little bit late.
Oh, good. Can you finish your thought, squirrel?
What was I talking about? Oh yeah. So yeah,
Molesting the mic. I don't know.
we're not actively seeking out things to fill those spots. We have enough in October that I'm pretty confident we're going to beat last October sales. If someone reaches out to us and we have space, then yes. But I'm not making first contact with anybody at this point. Like it is what it is. We have that for 9 days in November. I think we have just lunches on 4 of them.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, sounds good.
Yeah, you just gotta do it.
So some of those spots we are decent enough that we can stay through like 5 o'clock, try to hit some of the people heading home or whatever.
Yeah.
But other than that, like, yeah, it's like, if something pops up, then yeah, we'll do it. We've gotten a few corporate lunches and stuff that have asked us recently. So it's been nice being able to have some space on the schedule that we can get that in. But yeah, I think we're ready. We're ready for the off season this year. I think more than we have been in previous years. Just because it never really slowed down for us until this last week. And I mean, it was still a pretty decent week. So, with lots of running around. So, yeah, we were talking to our friends Dune Buggy, who they opened up a second trailer, different concept this year. So Dune Buggy, which does burgers and chicken tenders, really good. They are always busy, always have a line. It's really annoying being set up near them at festivals. Because even when we get to the point where, things start dying down, they still have a line. No one else has a line. They still have a line. I think they are laundering money and doing some sort of illegal activity through there.
No, let's not say that. No, they are above board.
They are. They're really good people. So yeah, and then their second truck is called Bougie Bowls.
Yes, I love it. I already love it.
Yeah, healthy rice bowls with vegetables and fruit and stuff.
Just love the name.
Yeah,
care less about the bowls.
Yeah, both trucks are really, really awesome people. And I was talking to him. He's like, yeah, we have 4 weeks left, and it cannot get here soon enough. They are so done for the year. And he said they'll do a part-time through December, doing some hit and miss stuff with one of the trucks. He says that's pretty much just for my staff, that I can still give them some hours at least through the end of the year. He said, but I'm done in 4 weeks. Like,
yeah, don't blame him.
Yeah. So yeah, it's interesting then to see on Facebook some of the posts on the training groups, the food truck training groups and other support groups. Man, it's really been slow for us this year. We've really seen a downturn. Anybody else experiencing the same thing this year? And like 75-80% of the posts are, yep, we are way down this year. And it's like I throw out my post like, yeah, we're up 15%. And I almost feel bad about it. I was like, but at the same time, I don't. I mean, a lot of ours is because of catering, and we really put a focus on it. And it's not just Aetna. Because really all that we've gained in Aetna, we've lost a $12,000 day from Aetna this year between last year, because they cut out their biggest counter day, which was a 600 person one. So it's not as big of a hop as what you would think. We've done a lot of other corporate stuff too. And then a whole lot more weddings this year, it feels like, and all that kind of stuff. So, but we really put a focus on catering. It's hard to tell roadside wise. All I can go based off is transactions. Ugh. I think we're going to be down on transactions a little bit, but not a huge amount. I think we're going to be within 400 transactions of last year, which, considering the amount of days that we weren't open to the public this year, I'll take. The things we did better at this year are festivals and picking festivals.
Mhm.
We didn't get skunked on. I think the only bad festival day we had was, and it was still a $3,500 day, was Irish and Ionia, but we expected it to be a $7,000 day, $8,000 day.
Yeah.
So we had food for $8,000, did 3,500. One of our Kentwood Food Truck Festival, the one that we did, it rained all day. I can't really fault anything but the rain on that one. But other than that, yeah, I mean, the festivals we picked, we've made good decisions on. We've made good decisions on number of days we're at festivals. So we've just improved our scheduling versus previous years, which I think is a good portion of that 15%. So yeah, I mean, the economy sucks right now. People are eating out less.
Mm-hmm.
But there are still plenty of people eating out.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
for sure.
I mean, clearly, we are not at 2021 levels of restaurants closing. We're not there where no one is going out, mostly because restaurants are closed. But
So
Steve asked if I think it could be part of our social media presence too. Partly, yeah. We're still, and Steve, for me, we're not anywhere near the level I want us to be at with social media. And again, it's something that we try to get better at every year. I'm spending money now on getting pro versions of like CapCut for TikTok instead of just the free version. Really trying to improve the quality of our post, the imagery that's involved in that on our daily post. Like the Monday morning food truck post I did this morning, just trying to get to where it's not just a picture of food, but something a little bit more for you to look at, where it's not just, you can scroll through it and see the picture, but if there's multiple things to look at, you're going to stop and look. And the algorithms know if you're just scrolling past or if you're spending time on a particular post. So it knows. So that's the part we need to get better at, is keeping people at our posts. I think, our social, we do pretty good on social media. We do good on Facebook. We are below average everywhere else. So we need to get better in those spaces. That said, we did go live yesterday during service, the hard way on TikTok. So we had to have a laptop and a webcam set up, using their TikTok studio that they use for like gamers and stuff. I think we ended up having like 30 viewers total. Had some interactions on there. We gained 5 followers during that time. So yeah, something we would like to do more. And then once we get to 1,000, it's a whole lot easier to go live. But I'm sorry to cut you off, Skippy. You were going to say?
No, nothing that was similar to what you were just talking about.
Nothing similar? Well, that's good. Let's switch topics.
We were talking about, every time we talk about transactions and like how, like where we're at, I actually just found out how to find out where I was at last year compared to this year. I'm down 750 transactions year to date. Last year.
Did you find the actual both numbers in a report, or did you have to just look at last year's total transactions? And
well, yes, you gotta look. You gotta
okay.
do it that way. But if you're on your home screen in Square, you can click on the number of transactions that you have.
Okay, hold on. I'm getting there.
Actually, hold on. Oh, they're right. All you gotta do is change the. You don't even need to do that, but you can just change the date that you're looking up on your home screen. So like my date's January 1st to October 8th. I had 6986. And if I just do this year, I'm at 6235. Yeah, you just got to change the date. Sorry.
Yeah, it was like if I click on the transaction numbers, it just takes me to all the transactions.
if you do that, you can do it that way and then change the date.
Yeah. So last year I did 11,960.
Yeah.
This year I'm at 10,018. So I need to do another 1,900 transactions.
Yeah.
Which seems like a lot.
So last year I did 78.83, and year to date I'm at 62.35.
Let's see here, 1,900. How many days do I have left that we're open? It's somewhere in the vicinity of like 20 something. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 32 days left that we're open to the public. So I need to 60 transactions a day, which seems doable. I mean, I bet you that's pretty close to what our average has been for our public open days. So
yeah, it seems doable.
Yeah, I was expecting that to be closer to 100. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what we can do. Like I said, I fully expect us to be within like 400, 300, which isn't bad. But if we can hit that same transaction numbers and then be up the 15% without having really a price increase this year, I think we had a 1%, 2% price increase year to year.
Yeah.
So still really sales to sales, we're up huge. So, yeah, and then we're gonna refocus some ads again. Coming up here in the next week, probably trying to push catering for December, January. Yeah, because we had December and January sales last year and February sales last year from some hit and miss catering stuff. Like we did $3-4 grand in December last year. That it would be nice not to be down a month.
Right.
Outside, because we were already down from January and February from this past year. We were doing paninis still. So really, when we started this year, we were already $10,000 down year to year.
Yeah.
So I feel really good about this year, and not making the decision not to push to get the second trailer here, I think was huge. And I think was the right decision. I think we could have booked a lot, but
I think you would have run yourself thin.
As stressed as we were already for most of the year.
Yeah.
Making the decision to see what we can really push the one trailer to.
So do you think you maxed out?
No. I don't think we're anywhere close. I think we can get another $100,000 out of the year. Off
your current setup.
Yeah.
Probably.
I mean, things have to go really right. And a lot of that is just locations.
Yeah.
Like we definitely had some locations drop off. But yeah, if we can get to a solid where our bad dinners are now $700-800. I mean, you think, Skippy, only $200 more a day is another $400,000 or $40,000.
True. Well, I look up the amount of money that I believe I gave up being down for 4 weeks.
Yeah.
And if that was the case, I think I gave up 20 grand in those 4 weeks, which at the end of July and early August probably could have been closer to 30 based off what I had booked. If it was 30, I'd be even right now, and the rest of the month would be gravy or, above last year's total. So if it was 20, I'd need about 10 grand to hit last year's total. So I think this year I'd be up if it wasn't for my knee injury.
Absolutely.
Which makes me feel good about next year.
So yeah, I mean, looking at like I said $200. So really, if we can add $500 on average a day next year, there's our $100,000.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, looking at what we've done, it's like that's well within our capacity on the trailer
Yeah,
to be able to do.
absolutely.
I mean, we still have more days than I like that are less than $1,000 for the day. You know, those $600 days, $700 days, and they're not all bad weather days.
Yeah.
You know, there's shit location. We just fucked up. You know, and some of that, I mean, some of that is going to have to be that we're even more intentional about locations and what's going on in the area and doing some research about what's going on when and where, and trying to avoid those types of scenarios. Like when we do Wiseman Distillery stuff, like we need to stop scheduling dinners and be open to doing dinners other places on Friday nights once football season starts.
Yeah.
Because Friday nights there are just horrendous because high school football in the area is so huge.
Do you think you'll ever try to get into the high school football?
We've done a couple pre-game setups for Caledonia. We've had a couple other places reach out to us. I think more schools are starting to do it.
Yeah.
If not during the game, but like tailgate, because there's more and more high schools that are open to tailgating and having people come into their parking lots early and doing that kind of thing. I know Newaygo they did food trucks last football season, and they reached out this year to us, and we didn't have the availability on the dates they had still.
Yeah.
But they're doing like suggested donation of $150.
Yeah.
Like, all right. I mean, I don't want to take anything away from boosters, you know,
No,
and I think that's where a lot of schools are kind of, they would like to do it, but it's a fine line because
their concession stand and their candy is like, sell your candy all day long, sell your popcorn all day long.
But for like ours, like Caledonia has Chick-fil-A sandwiches.
Oh, really?
Jets, yeah, they have Jets Pizza, Chick-fil-A sandwiches. I mean, they have good food, you know, so it's, you know, we don't want to take anything away from anybody else. And
so our pizza guy just did one of the local schools' homecomings. Last year, he went to the homecoming because his son was playing, and they ran out of pizza by the second quarter.
Yeah.
Well, he's a pizza guy. So he brought his new slice wagon, as he calls it. I'm going to share a picture of it because I think it's just badass, and I don't think we've ever.
Steve, I'll get to your other two questions here as soon as we're done with Pizza Talk.
Pizza Talk.
Pizza Talk.
Anyway, so he brought his slice wagon, which is what this is. Tell me that's not like the coolest thing you've ever seen.
I like it.
He's got his little window right here. He's got his pizza oven, you know. Anyway, he says it's the shittiest thing to drive. This right here, all his graphics is all hand painted.
It looks like something you would see in Mexico for like public transportation. It would have like 700 people on it, like on top, like not Mexico, India, like and people sitting on top of it. Yeah.
Anyway, so he went up there, did slices, $5 a slice, New York style. Did 2,800.
Fuck yeah!
Football game. I'm like, shit, yeah, like just do it. He's got four levels of oven, and he's just throwing pies in there. Like, shit, yeah, do it.
Yeah, I think some of that is stuff that we might seek out next year. Those football games, and yeah.
We were asked to go to a school, not homecoming, but like parent-teacher conference day.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So we've done it's at the same school that he went to, this Western one, but he went to. We did when the kids come and meet their teachers for like
orientation
day, orientation day kind of thing. We always killed it. They had a 10% donation. You know, we always did over $2,000. And it was us and like 2 other trucks. So parent-teacher conference night with a big school that's got 1,000 kids in it.
Yeah.
It'd probably be worth it, but
and just like us with like the family fun nights and stuff. Like we do a couple of those, and they're for the most part, pretty banging night. So definitely a solid dinner.
What's Bubba's question?
Not Bubba.
Oh, is there another Steve? Who's the
Steve
other
Rodriguez. Steve Rodriguez.
Oh,
He's been asking all these questions.
oh,
I have not seen or heard of Bubba today.
yeah, the Steve we like. All right, what's up, Mr. Rodriguez?
I'm gonna guess these are both directed at me. He said, with your background, with the background you have you looked at Raspberry Pis to help with streaming? I love Raspberry Pis. I've used a few of them in my previous life with work.
I hear they're pretty tasty.
Yeah. So it's basically just a little Google computer that can handle singular type tasks. Easily programmable for streaming. So there's all the ways you can do streaming. So you can set up your own, like I can set up a streaming service on our website and we could just go live on Facebook or not Facebook. Yeah. Facebook or YouTube. We can redirect that stream to our website and just create like a paywall for it. It's not really something I want to do. I don't want to just redirect a YouTube stream or any of that. So to do something like that to where we're live streaming on our website, a Raspberry Pi would probably work very well for it. The reason I think everybody wants to go live on TikTok is because it's a great space to earn passive income. If you can be just entertaining enough or not boring enough to hold people there for a couple minutes. You know, it doesn't have to be anything zany. Like I was surprised at how many people, I think we had 10 concurrent viewers sustained watching our stream, you know, and we weren't doing anything special. It was just normal service. It wasn't overly busy. We were steady, but you know, it's so, and that's something that people can watch where they're not directly paying for anything. And that potentially we can earn some sort of passive income on it. Really, that's the whole reason anybody would do it. That and you get those handful of people that follow you from a different state or whatever. They follow you on TikTok. They watch your lives or whatever. Then they travel to your area for some other reason. And you're like, you know what? That one truck that we watch on TikTok is from here. Let's go to there.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how much local influence we have as far as advertising and stuff. We do want to figure out a fun way to do our weekly schedules onto TikTok. That's not just reposting the same format that we do on Facebook. So working on how we can do that in a engaging type of way. And his other question was, what's happening with the smoker situation? And I'm assuming you're talking about my smoker situation.
Yeah, what's happening with that, Joshua?
I don't know, man. The outside walls are getting awfully hot lately. We actually have a small brown spot on the stainless steel on the piece that he replaced when he took out the chute and replaced the chute and then put a new piece of stainless over it. We actually have a brown burn spot there. So fire's hitting it clearly, or is pretty hot there. And it's right there at the bottom of the chute.
Yeah, why don't you just touch it and see how warm it gets?
Oh, I did.
It got warm, is what you're saying.
It's warm. So new smoker is imminent. So it will be something in the family of what Skippy has, probably more than likely a rotisserie. Yeah, that will be happening soonish, probably. The biggest challenge then for me is to figure out where I'm putting it and how we're going to use it in a way that doesn't take up space in my garage. So back to the whole storage barn type situation where we can get that in there and use it as a little smokehouse type of thing. So
Mhm.
it's going to be a very busy off season for me getting some of that stuff situated, but
Well, good. I mean, you're not doing anything anyway. So
yeah, why would I want to be bored?
yeah.
I mean, and Chris brought up some good points. It's like, well, how are we going to, because we're usually not doing like our smoked beans until they don't go on the smoker until like 9 o'clock, because they only take a couple hours,
Mhm.
you know, and we're traveling with those on, and then like chicken quarters and all that are all late on to the smoker.
Mhm.
It's like, it's fine. We just have to change timelines so that everything's done by the time you want to leave. So the problem is that our current steam table, the thermostats are all jacked on it, so they're just on. So to put the beans on that table for an extra 3 hours is not awesome. They won't hold there well. So we're probably looking at a new steam table this off season. A higher quality one versus one that, the cheapest option off of Websterant. We'll probably go with a higher quality brand name, something that we know we can get replacement parts for. Because I can't even get a replacement thermostats for these. I've ordered 3 different ones, and none of them work right.
Would you think about going back to propane?
No, because I don't want to have to deal with the shit that you had to deal with adjusting the flames and the pilot lights and all that stuff. I have no problem with electric. It's just that the thermostats went out on them. So, and that it was a off-brand, cheapish enough one that we can't get parts for it. So,
yeah, I get it.
It's that, you buy what you can with the money you have. And now that, we're finally getting a spot where cash flow is a little bit better for us. I'm not a little bit, a lot better for us. So we can start, putting in some quality equipment and replacing some of the cheaper stuff that we had to use at the start. So, yeah. Bernie finally chimes in with a good morning. Nice of you to join us. Nice of you to join us with 10 minutes left in the show.
Bastard. Yeah, I think a new smoker for you would definitely be worth it. Just depends on which one you want.
Jabril Peppers got arrested.
Good for him.
Assault and drug charges. Yeah, it needs to happen. We were spending $3,000 a year in the off season on the one that we have on the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
So on rehab and stuff. So we'll probably do that one more time. Well, my uncle is a master welder. He built Big Blue for us. So I will probably
tell him to build another one.
No, no, I can't go back to that.
Well, your stoker system, you were good.
No,
really?
No, I was still up all night. We had to put a bag of charcoal in that thing every 40 minutes.
So, all right. So I'll talk about what I was, because I talked about it with you, but actually, I don't even know if I talked about it with you. Yeah, I probably did. So, Outlaw Smokers, our friend Jay Craig out of Mentone, Indiana. No plug.
No plug.
Yeah, it doesn't pay us enough. Doesn't pay us anything. He builds fantastic offset smokers.
Mm-hmm.
I've had the pleasure of owning 2. Actually, yeah, 2. So selling them both. Sometimes you regret it. Sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. Anyway, so the one thing I was thinking was for the cafe, instead of cooking overnight, was to cook during the day and hold it until the next day's service. Since you have people, would you think about that?
You know my feelings on that. I don't like doing it.
The best restaurants in Texas do that.
Oh, God. Thanks, Bubba.
No, I'm saying because I was there, and that's exactly what they do, is they cook their briskets, and once they're done by 5 or 6 o'clock in the afternoon, they throw them in the warmer for the next day.
I know.
So could you work it? What I'm saying is, could you stay home, have your guys run the truck, and all you do is cook meat? Because you can do
But,
you can do everything you want to as far as run your business, and cook meat at the same time.
Well, that's essentially what the plan would be, but it'd just be doing it overnight instead of the day before.
True that.
So,
because that's what I was thinking of for the cafe was to, while it's running, I can get there at 5:00 in the morning, light the pit, put the small meats on at 6. They'll be done by 10 at the latest. Put them in the warmer, and then start big meats for the next day.
Yeah.
Wrap halfway through, cook hot and fast like I like to do anyway. I mean, right now there's enough outlaws for sale where I could buy 2.
Yeah, what the heck's up with that?
I don't know. I know Rich is getting rid of his because he's cleaning room in his barn. He's got 6 of them.
Well, and he doesn't want to get rid of his deep south or his southern deep south.
He has a deep south, yeah.
Yeah, his trophy from Sam's Club.
Yes.
That he never cooks on.
Never once had a fire in it.
Yes, it has. I've borrowed that smoker before.
Oh, okay.
And he won Sam's Club with it, so it's been lit at least twice.
Oh, that one. Okay, yes.
Yep. He says he'll never sell it. He said it's his his favorite reminder.
So he's been called Jay Craig's best salesman ever.
Best customer ever.
Yeah. No, best salesman. Like he peddles outlaws to call Jay and order them. Anyway, so there's outlaws for sale right now for I could buy 2 individual ones for the same price as a brand new offset or brand new, 1,000-gallon offset basically is what it is. And just run 2. But it's like run big meats, small meats. I mean, everything can be done. I don't know. It's a heavy thought right now, but I just don't have any place to put them.
Yeah.
Stuck to the gills as it is.
Shit's blowing up over here.
Oh, good, please.
Jason, sorry, had to unload the trailer from a busy weekend and gotta make sure I really crush Skippy's sales and try to catch me. Ha 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 ha. I hope you do, bud. I hope you do catch me.
Is that Scanlon?
Yeah. Steve asked pellets and NSF required. I'm guessing
no.
On the pellets. Is there NSF pellets?
Oh no, there's not NSF pellets. NSF as far as stainless steel racks and smokers. Yeah. So I found out that some counties, whatever states require your smoker to be NSF certified.
Really?
And I mean the one I'm cooking on does, but
yeah, Kent County never even asked about it.
No, mine doesn't either.
Yeah. Huh.
But I think there's states that I think Indiana's one where you have to cook on NSF.
Jason also says I've had briskets and butts up to 16 hours in the cabinet and they turn out great. I need to do it more often so I can sleep. I've done it too. Skippy and I both kind of ran tests early in the year.
I still do it.
I think I had one. So yeah, every once in a while we do it. Especially like if we're doing someone pre-orders pork that they're just going to fridge later or when they get it. Like, so we'll cook that throughout the week and not try to all do it that day because they're just going to put it in the fridge anyways. So like on a service day, we'll cook two extra butts, maybe. We won't pull those last 2 butts until we know for sure we don't need them for the day. And then we'll pull them and then fridge them. They taste fine.
See, I don't like when they're pulled.
We don't pull them and hold them. As soon as they get pulled, they go in the fridge. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah. Long holding pulled stuff doesn't work. No, it has to be held. So my only
colors, it will be nasty looking.
So my only problem that I've seen with long holding whole butts, I haven't tried it with a brisket because it terrifies me. Is that the bark? We lose some of that bark integrity. And not the crunchiness of it. It just, I don't know. It doesn't look the same. It doesn't have, you start to lose some color. You know.
So, question: what is that? I mean, we got a minute left, but what is that? What does
Nothing.
that do? Do you think people are pulling your sandwich apart to find the bark?
Remember that we also sell by the pound too.
True. Oh, okay.
So, and I know it's visually appealing, blah blah blah, hit and miss. Anyways, I mean, because there's people that get a half pound with 0 bark in it just because of the way we pull it out of the pan.
Yeah.
We're not intentionally making sure everybody gets bark, but just some thought. I think it tastes fine.
See, here's the thing: is you cook your butts upside down, right? Like
Yeah,
fat
so
cap up.
we're fat cap up.
So where is your bark, quote unquote, coming from? Because if you cook in a pan, technically where bark would be in juice all day or all night while you're cooking.
We still have the 4 sides that are all bark. So really, you're only losing the top section.
You don't peel your fat cap off?
We do, but not until after they're done. But yeah, but you have the 4 sides around the edge.
Correct.
Yeah, and the money muscle's all still
ish.
Yeah,
I get it.
So but we find that shit cooks a whole lot better that way. And in a sense, we don't wrap halfway through.
Yeah,
we're protecting that meat from drying out in the air over that period of time. She says, I'm vending on Wednesday at Farmers Market, Monday at an apple orchard, fingers crossed. It's going to be a change from catering. So
great. Yay.
Jason, we're going to be pushing in. I think we're going to get close to 4. I think 375, 380 is a possibility for us this year. So there's your target. If you want to, you can go and get to me. We might hit 4 if we can really get some catering in for December. But good luck. Maybe next year.
There's a house for sale for $22,000.
When you're shopping for houses?
No, Hoss. Oh. HOSS.
All right.
Anyway,
let's get this over. I got shit to do.
Let's roll. What else you got? Anything else?
Nothing.
We good?
No, we're 2 minutes
Fantastic.
over.
It's a great day.
It was a beautiful. Thank you guys, everybody. I appreciate it. Yep.
Please wake up and have a great day.
I forgot we got disconnected off our TikTok.
Oh.
Oops. All right. Everybody else have a good day. Have a good week. We will
Find us
see
on all
you.
the wonderful social media places.
This
is
you know.
episode 622.
We'll let you know if we have a show next week with the holiday.
I ain't busy.
Yes, we'll have a show next week. Same time, 9:00. Everybody have a wonderful week. Talk to you later.
Bye.